What's up everyone, Mr. NewTube Gamer giving you guys a Titanfall 2 gameplay commentary. We're playing Attrition and I do not know the name of the map because yesterday was my very first time playing any Titanfall game. So I got Titanfall 2 going, I got the EA Play subscription, that's how I got access to this game. The reason why I'm playing this game instead of the usual Call of Duty that you typically see on this channel is because a few of my amazing subscribers, they requested that I check out this game and let everyone know what I think about it. So here we are playing Titanfall 2. And this isn't my first game, it's actually my third or fourth game. I want to get a feel of the game first before I embarrass myself, record a gameplay of me just dying all the time. I finally got the hang of the game, so I finally decided to hit record. I never played any Titanfall game before yesterday. And it seems a little weird because it was made by Respawn Entertainment, a lot of the same guys that worked on Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2, so you'd think I would have checked this game out a lot sooner than I did because Titanfall 2's been out for, what, 4 years now? But it just never worked out because Titanfall 1, when it came out in 2014, I wanted to play it, but at the time, I did not have an Xbox One or a gaming PC, and it did not come out on PS4, so that's why I never got on that shit. And I think they did release the game on the 360, but I figured that game on the 360 would play like shit because it's running on an old console, so I didn't even bother checking out Titanfall 1 on the 360, and then when Titanfall 2 came out, it was on PS4. I did have an Xbox One also, and I did want to actually pick this game up because I wanted to play it. And I actually did have every intention on picking up Titanfall 2, but it also came out during the same time as Battlefield 1, and I was more excited about Battlefield 1 than Titanfall 2 because I loved the Battlefield games back then. I really loved Battlefield 1, and I was just in that game. I didn't want to buy two games at the same time. I felt like that was a little bit too expensive for me to just buy two games. I think they were only released a couple weeks apart from each other. Then Infinite Warfare came out, and that game, you know, I have some mixed feelings about it. I don't think Infinite Warfare is as bad as everyone says it is, but, you know, you have three big games coming out within weeks of each other. I can't have all of them, so I just skipped Titanfall 2, and I only played Battlefield 1 and Infinite Warfare. I couldn't buy all of them, so I happened to skip Titanfall 2. And I feel like that's a big reason why the game failed, is a lot of people were thinking the same thing as I was. If they had to choose between Titanfall 2 and Battlefield 1, they were going to pick Battlefield 1 because Battlefield was a more well-established franchise on the FPS market than Titanfall. Titanfall only had one other game besides Titanfall 2, which was coming out. But you had Battlefield 1, Battlefield 4, Battlefield 3, you know, the series established itself as one of the biggest FPS franchises of all time, while Titanfall still had to prove itself to the market, and most people, when presented a choice between Battlefield and Titanfall, yeah, they're going to go with Battlefield. So I'm not sure exactly why EA made that decision to release both of those games very close to each other. I think it would have been better if they waited until, like, spring 2017 to release Titanfall 2. I feel like the game would have done a lot better if they just waited. Because, yeah, it turns out this game is pretty fucking awesome. And when I played my first game, I'm like, what the fuck is this? You got all these bots and all this other crap going on. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this game. I'm gonna disappoint my subscribers because I'm gonna make a negative video talking about how awful Titanfall 2 is. But no, like, it grew on me. I'm like, wow, this game is actually pretty fucking cool. Like, the advanced movement in this game is fucking tight. The gunplay is smooth, the maps are good. There really aren't too many bad things I can say about Titanfall 2. It's actually a really good game, and I'm definitely going to be playing more of it. So if you want to see more Titanfall on this channel, let me know. I might even go to Titanfall 1, because I never played that before. I don't know if that game is dead on PC or not, but I'm going to at least try. But you guys should definitely expect more Titanfall content on this channel in the future, because I think this is one of my new favorite FPS games. I know it's kind of crazy to say that because I've only been playing it for one day, but it really did leave a good impression on me. And I never played it before. I finally got to play it yesterday. I'm like, holy shit, I really missed out on something. I mean, this shit came out 4 years ago and I'm just playing it now. How fucking crazy is that? It took me almost no time to learn the mechanics of the game, to get into the game. Like, there wasn't a huge learning curve when playing Titanfall 2. Maybe that's just because I have a lot of experience with FPS games like Battlefield and Call of Duty. This is made by Respawn Entertainment, the same guys that developed Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty 4, and some of the older Call of Duty games back in the day, like COD 1 and COD 2. You know, these are the OG Infinity War developers, not the awful Infinity War that we have today that made Modern Warfare 2019, which is the worst Call of Duty game of all time. No, the people at Respawn, they've actually made good Call of Duty games before, and this is really not Call of Duty. It doesn't really feel like Call of Duty. It feels completely different. If you ever played Titanfall and Call of Duty, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And it's not just the futuristic setting and the advanced movement that you have, the wall running, being able to jump up in the sky with a jetpack, and all the shit that they got with that. It just feels like a completely different game than Call of Duty. The attrition mode is pretty much team deathmatch on steroids. That's the best way to describe it. You get points by not only killing other pilots, and those are the people, the other enemies that, the other players on the enemy team that don't have the Titans, they're called pilots. Killing pilots gets you 5 points, killing bots gets you 1 point each, and the more advanced bots, like the Reapers, you get 3 points for killing those. So it kind of feels like a game of chess almost, like being able to kill all the bots and not getting yourself killed by the pilots. It adds a whole new dynamic to the game that you didn't really have in Call of Duty, where it's just regular 6v6, TDM, straightforward, whoever gets the most kills wins. There's actually a lot more moving pieces with attrition mode than regular standard TDM, and it's cool to see that they're actually doing something different. It's not just everything they did in Call of Duty. They're actually doing something really creative that we haven't really seen before from other developers. So mad props to Respawn Entertainment for the work they did on Titanfall 2. It's a shame that a lot of people didn't appreciate it, including myself. I just got into this game, but I definitely want to play more. Now, I was very worried about the Titans and how they would play out in the game. I figured that they would just dominate because it seems like getting a Titan is really easy in this game, a lot easier than I thought, because I guess the Titan is the big, I guess you could say, kill streak, but it's not really a kill streak. It, like, charges up over time, and I guess getting kills and doing stuff makes it come a lot faster, but it seems like almost anyone can get a Titan, and there's really no skill gap between those who have the Titans and those that don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a lot easier to get a Titan than, let's say, getting a chopper gunner in Modern Warfare or Black Ops. You know, obviously, if it's a one-on-one situation with a pilot versus a Titan, Titan's probably going to win, unless the person controlling the Titan is just fucking awful. But the thing I love about the way these maps are laid out is that, you know, you do have a lot of wide open space where the Titans like to go around, and really the main purpose of the Titans is just an easy way to kill all the grunts and kill all of the AI-controlled enemies so that you rack up points for your team. That's pretty much the main way to do it, and also Titan versus Titan, which is the big thing, of course. But let's say if you're a pilot and you do not have a Titan ready to go, and there's a Titan coming at you, it's so easy to just get out of the way and, like, go into a building or something, so that it's not completely unfair, where a Titan's just gonna fuck you up, and because you're not a Titan, you just die. Like, it's not like that. It's actually pretty well balanced, which I was very surprised about. I was concerned that it was just gonna be all Titans all the time, because the game is called Titanfall, and Titans definitely play a big role in the game, but they figured out a way not to make it so OP where that you can only be a Titan in order to do well. And of course, everyone gets a Titan anyway, eventually, so that kind of doesn't matter, because eventually you will get your turn to be a Titan. And I love how there's so much variety of different Titans you can use and different weapons that the Titan has. You can customize your pilot class, which is your regular infantry, assault rifle, or sniper rifle, all that crap. And you can also customize your Titan. And it is pretty similar to the create a class system in Call of Duty, where you can customize the sight of your weapon, you can customize other attachments and put them on there, and it also has a bit of a perk system as well. So they did definitely take a lot of what they built in the older Call of Duty games, like the original Modern Warfare game and Modern Warfare 2, but it also has its own identity. It's not just Call of Duty published by EA, you know what I mean? It really is its own game. I think Respawn also made the new Star Wars game that came out a year ago, Jedi Fallen Order. I haven't played that game before, so I don't know how good it is. I also still haven't touched the single-player campaign for Titanfall 2. I usually just don't bother with single-player campaigns for FPS games, period. I'm only engaged with shooters because of the prospect of playing online with other people. And single-player campaigns just don't do it for me. They feel very linear. You know, oh, so go to this objective, kill everyone in the way, and then you complete the mission. It's just, these single-player campaigns are just boring to me. But if Titanfall is different, if it's not your typical FPS campaign, let me know in the comments, and I'll definitely check it out. But with Call of Duty, it's just feels kind of boring. I remember people were upset that Titanfall 1 did not have a single-player campaign, so I don't know if Titanfall 2 has a good campaign or not. I did hear a lot of good things about Jedi Fallen Order. Apparently that was a really good single-player game made by Respawn. The thing about Respawn, I think the most potential that they would have, honestly, is going back to Medal of Honor. Like, obviously, continue making Titanfall, but when you're not making Titanfall, and when you're not making Apex Legends, because I really couldn't care less about Battle Royale, make a Medal of Honor game. Why the hell not? I know they're making a VR Medal of Honor game, Medal of Honor Above and Beyond, I think it's called, but VR doesn't count. VR is its own thing. I'm talking about a real Medal of Honor game that you don't need a VR headset for, which can cost a few $100s at least, and I also have really bad motion sickness, so I can't get into VR, unfortunately. But honestly, I think that's what Respawn should do. I guess they're going to make a sequel to Fallen Order, but when they're not making Titanfall, when they're not making Star Wars, they should definitely go back to the Medal of Honor series, because the last two games we got were Medal of Honor. We got Medal of Honor 2010, Medal of Honor Warfighter, and the future of the series is not looking good. I mean, their next game is in VR. That tells you a lot about EA's faith in the Medal of Honor series. But to me, that would be the best of both worlds. Those who like Call of Duty and they only like it for boots on the ground, they can get their fix with Medal of Honor, because a lot of people that started Infinity Ward, that started working on the original Call of Duty games, I'm talking about the one set in World War II that came out in the early 2000s, those were some of the same people that made the original Medal of Honor games. So they do have experience with the Medal of Honor series, and them working on one would be really awesome that is not only playable in VR. I want a full Medal of Honor release that either takes place in World War II, they can go back to modern military, whatever they're going to do, because I think Respawn Entertainment can make an amazing boots-on-the-ground FPS game, because their futuristic Titanfall 2 is awesome. So I would like to see them do both, make an FPS set in the future, an FPS set in the past, or present, whatever, and just go back and forth between that, because obviously Titanfall is not going to last forever. I don't know when Titanfall 3 is going to come out. Obviously, Titanfall 2 did not do as well financially as EA had hoped for, but I do have a feeling that a sequel is going to come eventually, just not as soon as it would if Titanfall 2 did as well as, let's say, Battlefield 1 did, you know what I mean? But it's funny, because coming into Titanfall 2, I expected it to be a similar experience to Black Ops 3 or Infinite Warfare, Advanced Warfare, the futuristic Call of Duty games that I played. And you can tell that a lot of the movement mechanics, especially in Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare, was based around Titanfall, except Titanfall is just so much more advanced than any of those other games in terms of movement, in terms of just being a well-polished, futuristic game. It feels like Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare, they had the futuristic setting, but that was more like in the background. But in Titanfall, it feels like the movement is a huge part of the game. And in Black Ops 3, it feels more like a gimmick. Oh, you can run on walls. Oh, you can jump in the air. But there aren't, like, actual maps. Like, the layout of the maps don't really base itself around the movement that you can do in the game. Because in Titanfall, you do have wall running, but you also can jump all the way up in the sky. You can fly in the air. You can do a whole bunch of crazy shit. And honestly, I would say that Respawn Entertainment, they nailed the futuristic sci-fi setting of Titanfall than Treyarch did with Black Ops 3 or Infinity Ward did with Infinite Warfare. I think Titanfall and Respawn Entertainment, they did it so much better than Call of Duty did with the futuristic gameplay. But so far, so good. I'm really liking this game. I'm probably going to put more gameplay on this channel of Titanfall 2. Maybe I'll even go back to Titanfall 1 and check that game out. But that's all I got for today. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.